Did you catch that first part that I played? When she said, "What can young adults do, or should I say, post-adolescents do to protect themselves, especially girls?" You caught that part right. I caught that part.
Was largely reported. But what if some tips? This is such a nightmare for parents and students. What are some tips for students when they go out to bars and they go to parties, especially girls? Well, it's actually simple, but simple isn't always the easiest thing to do. It's called common sense. If a guy is going to buy you a drink, or anyone is going to get a drink for you, watch that chain of custody. Watch the chain of evidence, like CSI. Watch where that bartender makes that drink and make sure it comes into your hand. If you don't see it, don't drink it. And for girls, I remember in college, we always told her to travel and go out in groups, to go together and to leave the bars together. Absolutely. That pack mentality, make that girls pack before you go out. You leave together, you will come home together.
The crazy bitch.
So, you see how she just tried to cause division between men and women, and how one-sided she's making it, how girls are victims of abuse and having their drinks spiked and date rape drug. She forgot to talk about how guys are can be victims and vulnerable to the same situation. There's been plenty of reports, you can look it up on Google, about how there are women who are actually date raping guys, spiking their drinks and having sex with them. I remember this case, it was like 10 years ago, where this woman out in Washington State, there was this middle-aged woman who, she probably was like in her late 30s and early 40s, spiked this guy's drink. And guess what? She took him home and had sex with him, and she got herself pregnant by him. And he was just passed out. And guess what? You know what happened to her? Nothing. She got a slap on the hand. And guess what? She gets child support from the guy. She rapes the guy and gets child support out of him. What can girls do? What can guys do to protect ourselves? Since it's not a one-sided thing. But yet she tried to make it one-sided because, she got to protect her gender. Let's talk about the wicked shit that women have done to men, spiking their drinks with intent to fucking kill them. And then if a situation comes up on mainstream media, then y'all try to make the guy look so evil and how abusive he was and how he deserved it and had it coming. Why don't I flip it in reverse and how say the reason why guys spike girls' drinks? Maybe because the bitch had it coming. Maybe he was trying to kill the bitch. Maybe not to have sex with the bitch. But maybe he got sick and tired of women treating him like shit and denying him a life, forcing him to be alone, making fun of him, stereotyping him out for 1 to 5 fucking seconds. Maybe he got tired and said, "I'm gonna kill the bitch," instead of just blowing her brains out. Maybe instead of throwing acid in her face, maybe instead of setting her on fire and lighting up with her gasoline and then lighting her up on fire and cutting it and dismembering her body parts with a fucking axe. Why don't I just drug the bitch and fuck her mind up, since she's already fucked up in the head because she's on a fucking pedestal? How about that? How about the reason why you got some of these perverse acts going on? It's because women bring it on themselves. That's right. You women, you like to judge men from 1 to 5 seconds like you ain't got no faults of your own. You got a fucking Hitler eugenics list, a hit list of high fucking expectations, and you can't even live up to your own fucking list. You go by looks, you go by stats, you go by fame, you go by money, and other monetary materialistic items. That don't mean shit. That has nothing to do with love. And on top of that, you think sex is love. You got women who say he gotta have this, he gotta have a lot of money, he gotta look good, he gotta be strong, he gotta be like Tarzan, and you gotta have You gotta have the mansion. You gotta have the car, the limousine, the jet. You gotta be good in bed. Oh my God. He gotta lay the pipe down. Even though she had a 1,000 dicks already, she wants a guy to lay the pipe down and respect her fucking womb all in a fucking sudden. But she didn't respect her own body and fucking womb. Why don't we talk about the shit that women do? Maybe that could solve the problem. But no. Can't do that. Because we gotta keep her on their pedestal. And another thing, I'm on the way. I do agree with the safeties and numbers, but I mean that's only if you're going. I mean, I think if you have, it's important, especially when you're out of town, to have a network and you know y'all stick together in that to know who's going, coming and going, who's with you, and all that stuff. That's understandable. But the problem is, you got motherfuckers who don't use it for the who don't believe in safeties and numbers, but believe in safeties and cock fucking blocking. It's not the whole safety and numbers and girls should come together. Well, how about guys should come together? What about that? Oh no, men can't protect other men because you're homosexual if you do it. Well, like I said, women who come in safeties and numbers, we should just call them flat out lesbians. Let's judge them from 1 to 5 seconds. Right? Like I said, the safeties and numbers is not to protect each other because women ain't thinking about that. If it was fucking dangerous, they would not be dressing like fucking sluts and nasty ass cunts and flashing their cunt around. That means a fucking pussy. And wearing these low cut tops, tank tops, and showing off their fucking breasts. And even especially when they got the nipples poking out. If it was that fucking dangerous, why the fuck are they even putting themselves out there? Why the fuck do they feel it's okay to be rude to a fucking guy they don't even fucking know? They didn't give him a fair shake. Didn't take to get to know him. Oh, let me find out what this person's about, and then I'll decide from there. No, you gotta go from looks from 1 to 5 seconds. You gotta go by what he wears and what he had to see if he had a car. I mean, you wanna know how he got to where he got there, or who his friends are. So. And I love it when women ask, who's your friends and all that stuff. I'm like, why the fuck do you want to know my friends? I mean, I can understand if you want to know if I'm associated with fucking criminals, and you don't want to be caught up in a bad situation, but you ain't thinking about that. Maybe if I was a known serial killer, I understand you should be concerned about that. But no, you ain't concerned about that shit until it's too late. You want to know who my guy friends are, so because you're the fucking groupie can find out, can use me as a quote unquote undesirable stereotype. Didn't have the audacity to fucking use me to find out, because every guy who lives TFL, there's always a guy who doesn't live TFL. So she's trying to get with this alpha male, the cool guy, and then use him and throw him away. And then you got the situation in reverse too. The bad boy. You want to talk about safeties and numbers? How about people get their heads out of their fucking ass? Maybe stop judging somebody from 1 to 5 seconds. Cut your eugenics bullshit. That's number 2. How about stop your fucking cock blocking? Give people a fair shake. Start treating people the way you want to be treated instead of the way you don't want to be treated. And then you won't have situations like that. How about learn what love is and the purpose of going out and socializing? How about learn that? How about stop using lust, going by lust and going by looks, stats, fame, and money, and materialism, and all this other monetary bullshit that doesn't mean anything. You can't take it with you when you die. And judging somebody with what they have and don't have. Maybe go by who they are, the core of the person. Take time to get to know somebody. It's fucking easy. Because you want me to take time to get to know you, right? How about have good manners and class and respect? And then some idiot's gonna talk about, well, this person could be a bad person. Well, if you are kind to this motherfucker, you're kind to this person in respect, and you're honest, and you don't bullshit, you don't play no games, and you're upfront about what you're about and who you are. and you're about for the right reasons, not some selfish, shallow ass bullshit. Hitler's of high Hitler eugenics us expectations, and you get to know the person for who they are. You'll know if they're telling you the truth or not if you be truthful yourself. So you can't be a hypocrite in this. And all the other stuff is, how about people treat each other the way we want to be treated, like human beings, instead of this selfish crap that's going on out here. I mean, you want to worry about. I mean, that's how you know this exists. It's because you have situations of date rape and you got serial killers, and not every person who commits these violent, crazy acts has anything to do with being a TFLer and living the life of TFL. Some people are just crazy like that, or they just have other crap that went on in their life and that caused them to flip out. So let's not go overboard and assume that. But I mean, most of the problems is, I mean, if TFL doesn't exist, then tell me why you got date rape drugs. Tell me why you got the pickup artist industry, known as the crooked CIA, making billions of dollars off a problem that mostly men have in these relationship books. Tell me why you got a frequency of it happen again, and then you got the serial killers who where women are heinously victims, and they get and you know the thing is, women actually know what they're doing and have no qualms and don't feel bad about hurting somebody to push somebody over the edge of where they react like that. Men with women who are crazy and they come out like serial killers, you don't know why it happened. I mean, because we don't know what buttons to push. That's the difference. I mean, I'll say most guys are kind of women because we had to do it all, because we had to go through bullshit and hell. Y'all haven't. You women haven't yet, but you will soon. And you can talk about all the safety tips about how women can protect themselves, because it's not going to help, because when you got foreign troops with AK-47s pointed to the fucking right here, pointed to your fucking forehead, it's not going to matter. And especially when you got 10 of those guys and they're going to like use you as the sex machine that you always wanted to be. And they'll rape you, and then you understand what rape really is, instead of y'all whoring around and fornicating, and then you don't want to feel like you don't want to feel like that you're a slut and no word to get out. Then you're gonna cry rape when it didn't happen, or you were fucking with a guy, teasing them, and then you got him horny. Then all of a sudden you want to stop because for some reason now you realize that is bad. It's funny. Or you just want to cry rape because you're fucking on your fucking pedestal, or because you're mad at a guy, or you're mad at somebody, or because he didn't kiss your ass, so you want to destroy his life, which is fucking evil. And that's why I don't feel sorry for you women when this stuff happens, because the majority of y'all deserve what you're getting, because you're bringing it on yourselves, because you're fucking stupid. So get your head out of your ass and get your life together and wake the fuck up. I'm out. Peace.